Welcome back to the Viper Mentor channel. This is the second video in the installment. This is for track one. This is assuming you know how to chart and you understand some of the terminology that we're going through. If it's more advanced terminology, I will go ahead and talk about it, but otherwise it's pretty simple and straightforward. All right, so I have BTC pulled up here as a future. This is a futures contract, okay? And I'm using the front running future, so this is September of 2022, okay? You'll notice two candles down here that are bogus candles. Ignore. I just can't seem to get rid of them. Every time I get rid of them, they pop back up. But these are on the weekends, and because the futures were closed for that period of time, I don't know what happened to data. It's bad data in the system. So what you'll notice here is I have my Fibonacci drawn from the A point, which is the high, because we're in a downward trend, to this B point. Our C is here, and our D is here, our 618. So we are predicting a price. Our target is 10,260. This is where we think Bitcoin's going, okay? And if we blow this up a little bit more, let's see if we can get this to go where we want it to go. There we go. Yeah, because I mean, Bitcoin never went down to zero. So if we draw a trend line down from the high across at least through the top, so we got the top, this midpoint, which happens to be our C in the Fibonacci retracement, and then this high right here. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with the Fibonacci retracements and or the highs and lows, how to find a high and a low, or how to draw support and resistant lines, that would be this track 2. The next video would be the sister video of this one, where we'll go over price, but also in detail what all this means, okay? So what we're looking at, so if you can imagine that trend line coming down here, and then this price line here, which I'm using for a consolidation channel. So if you imagine that goes all the way out, so we can see how price has now been coming down and consolidating, right? So typically price consolidates when we're looking at a move. The longer it consolidates, the sharper the move. Okay, so what we're looking for is we're coming into almost this wedge, right? We're coming in. We got a couple more days, probably another week, and then probably a decision point, right? So that'll actually push us. So let's see, 27, 28, 29, and when's the weekend? I should know this because the hurricane's coming. The 31st. All right, so there's Friday, and it's already skipping Sunday, Saturday and Sunday. So here's the Monday. So next week, so by, I'd say the 5th of October, we should have a decision, if not before that, okay? And the rule of thumb, just like a head and shoulders pattern, the width of consolidation is typically the move. So that corresponds almost directly with, except my line's not that straight. So let me see if I get this line a little bit straighter. I believe I hit shift, it draws a straight line no matter what. Yep. All right, so just a slight bit. Try to get this right on. All right. So our 618 is dead nuts right on with this. This consolidation to the downside is supporting our 618. So we are looking at a $10,000 handle Bitcoin, possibly in the very near future. Okay, So we break this, it very well could be fast and furious to the bottom and back up. It could take this and do a whole nother channel in here and do it again and do it again. As I explained in the other video, Fibonacci's, you can either figure out the target or you figure out the time period. You can't do both. All right, so that's kind of where prices is going. Everything's kind of indicating that. All the other data points here on the chart are indicating that. Let's look at one more thing. I want to look at an ETF, and I want to look at, let's see, I gotta go here and then push that there. All right, so now this is an ETF. This is a ProShares Trust ETF. This shows me what's going on. So the thing I like about this is these are options in the ETF, right? This mirrors Bitcoin's future, the price of Bitcoin futures. But if you go on the bottom and you go to option trades sales, and you can get this, I think, on Yahoo as well. It's just not as easy. But the top two of these rows, the most traded, one trade, the largest amount one trade for calls and options, or calls and puts in the option market. And you can see the great, this is one trade. This is over 467,200 shares, because you got to multiply it by 100, right? This is almost a 500,000, 480 trade on this price. So this is significant. Somebody big is putting a lot of protection or a bet down, saying that they think where did they? Oh, here we go. They think this is going to drop another $2 on this ETF. That $2 is a sliver of what ETF is. Look at the price of this ETF, right? It's not no, 19,000. It's $11.81. So you have to go through your homework is to go look in this ETF perspective, and you'll see what the split ratio is. How much you buy, what's the percentage of share, for the share, what's the percentage of Bitcoin you buy, and that'll tell you what that is. A little pro tip here is MMM. This is the market maker. This is what they're expecting to move to be in one day, today's trading day. So this all supports continued pain in Bitcoin. Okay, so what does that mean for your strategy? You need to, and again, this is not financial advice. You need to make your decision on whether you want to hold the bag, sell some now, because if you got to use it for power or use it for something else, you have a high risk, high potential coming down to here. I mean, we always have the potential to go back up, but until this Fibonacci reverses, we got a lot of pain before that happens. So, not financial advice, but you might want to watch this closely, right? All right, guys. So next video is going to be more detail on other cryptocurrencies and how I am finding passive income besides using my GPUs. As you know, I am still mining. I'm paying my electric bill out of my pocket and my proceeds, and I want to basically gather a lot of coin in other places. So that's what the mining's doing, and then there's other things I'm doing to gather coin and passive income as well. So that's the next video. We'll go over that, and I got a couple cool things that we can actually use to reuse, repurpose some of our hardware, so we don't have to sell it off. We can actually make some more money with it and still keep those GPUs this way, or maybe you can keep the GPUs this way. You don't have to sell as fast, maybe, and hopefully we come back to mining on something. But the whole idea is that there's more ways to make money in the crypto market, and that's what we're going to cover. All right, guys, be safe, be profitable as much as you can, and God bless.